Good morning, friends. Today we will talk of the Bombay Presidency now. This is the third presidency in India after the Bengal and the Madras, which I explained. This presidency also had its own Governor General orders, which started from 1819 and they went up till 1870. So these were some 12-14 Governor General orders, which I'll subsequently read you, so that people could know what are these orders. To begin with, we had 15th April 1819. The boundaries and local rules were to be extended within the cantonments. So that means the boundary and the pillars were made. Governor General Order number 14, 6 January 1827, land belongs to government and resumption of land. Now it is very important to understand that 6th January 1827, this is prior to the 179 GGO of 1836, which is the Bible. Now prior to that, in 1827, there comes a GGO which talks of similar regulations of the 1836 for Bombay. 1st May 1827, land not required be left vacant and cleared from no cultivation on it. Now this doesn't talk of in 1827 that land, if surplus, to be given back to the civil authority. We had 1830, 8th January, this said fixing of rents of houses appropriated by the military officers. Governor General Order 30th October 1832, exclusion of private property and powers to remove civilians. Now that means 1832, there were private properties, but there were similar grants also given in 1827. So these were two different notions starting up. So Governor General Order 22nd August 1833, similarly 22nd August 1835, it was amended. Rules for occupation of lands and how. So this was another order where it very clearly said how lands to be given to the military officers. Governor General Order number 260, 7th May 1830, clearly says GGOs till date are rescinded in this presidency, and grounds and disposal of buildings within the limits of military cantonments. Now here it talks of military cantonments. Now listen, it's a very big travesty that they are using two words. It's not using military station, it is using military cantonments. Now do we call them military boundary pillars or do we call them cantonment boundary pillars? All GGOs were rescinded and a new document of grant had to be made by 1838. Governor General Order 496 of 27th August 1844, boundaries to be marked as per Regulation 22 of 1827, which I just mentioned above. It's very important. So, till 1844 of 1820, so boundary pillars were yet not made. But 1827, 1837, 38, we were giving grants within some pillars, some boundary pillars, which we don't know. 7th July 1847, enforcement of rule of May 38, that boundaries have to be erected. The same thing came up in 569 number, 8th November 1849. That boundaries along with plan has to be made. So that means from 1819 till 49, no plan, no boundaries were being made in the right format. Governor General number 677 dated 15th December 1851. Application for lands and building on the approval of the government and not of the Commander-in-Chief had to be taken. So till 1851, the grants within 1827 and 1838 were being given. 16th May 1853, sale of land illegal, it says. So that means, now it says this land has been sold, has been illegally sold. But till 1853, people were selling lands also. Governor General Order 674, 11th November 1853, prevention to the word misconception to private. Now it is specifically saying 1853. There was nothing called to be private and there was a misconception on it. 29th March 1862, permission to occupy land conferred no proprietary rights. So till 1827, 1838 and 1862, now they also feel that please let's rectify this and say, if you are occupying land in the Madras Presidency's cantonments, you have no rights of proprietaries. Resolution number 816 dating 15th March 1862, resumption of land and arbitration committee. Again, why were these all 1862, which was in Madras also, here also, and in 1864 in Bengal also? Because the Indian Council Act 1857 oblique 1861 was made, and this is very important act which I am saying. Similarly, Governor General Order Resolution 2631 dated 29th June 1870, permission to occupy land within cantonments in foreign territories. Now, where are these foreign territories? Within the Bombay Presidencies of various cantonments. So friends, please read these CLA rules once again, which I have been telling you earlier in these presidencies, and these many numbers of GGOs were for your canton, for your presidency. So please go on the website, click for your presidency and see which you fall in, and then these GGOs will stand applicable on you, not otherwise. And people from Punjab, do not get enlightened. There were no Governor General orders made for your area. So what do? You need to understand, what do we do in Punjab? I am also from Punjab. Does GGO 179 stand applicable on us? Or does the Bengal Presidency's orders stand applicable on us? We need to talk about it. Thank you. Good day, friends.